Hey everybody, so I wanted to give a quick tutorial on how to use some of the cutting tools for this project. Now, a couple of the things you'll notice here is I have one of these in the classroom. This is the Superior cutting tool. It allows you to cut as quickly as you would like, followed by these two miter boxes here, and then followed by the third by your X-Acto blade. Now, the reason these are the Superior tools is because they allow you to cut at a precise angle, and I want to show you how to use that. Please notice that the tall sword here, cutting sword here, goes with the white cases, and the more slender or narrow goes with either the orange or the black, but the orange is superior. The black are only meant as backups, and I'd say stay away from them if you can, because some of their height requires you to use either one of the cutting saws, and I'd say just stay away from that if you can. Okay, so the first thing you'll need, of course, is your ruler and your balsa. Trying to work upside down here, so pardon me if I don't do it correctly. So we're going to lay out our balsa stick according to our ruler to whatever distance we need it at. Remember, measure from 0, not necessarily the end of the ruler, because sometimes the end of the ruler is not 0. In this case, I'm going to make a mark at 10. Now my mark is big and fat there, but I know I have to cut on this side of the line. Sometimes a pencil is better for that. The way that you use this tool is simply place the piece to be cut under the blade, push down, and there you are. You can also cut at an angle by placing this along the specific angle line that you would like to cut at, and drop it down again, and you'll get a very nice little angled cut. You can do the same with a miter box and a miter saw. Notice that they have these little lips on them here. That is so that you can place them on the edge of the table, not up, so where they're sitting at a weird angle, right off the edge of the table. And in that situation, you place your stick in to be cut, such as it is marked right here. Then you place your tool in the appropriate groove, and with very light pressure, almost no downward pressure, saw back and forth, and you get a nice square end cut. Works the same for both of those tools. Then of course, the last and least precise tool is to get a nice sharp blade and cut through using smooth downward pressure. As you can see, that cut gets angled a little funny. So those are our cutting tools. You can and should use those in the way that they are intended. I will try and purchase a second one of these if possible. Then it comes time for glue ups and clamp ups. Now, in this activity, we almost certainly are going to be using Crazy Glue, Cyanocrylate, CA, it's all the same thing. Crazy Glue is the commercial name. Let's say we wanted to glue these two pieces together. We might use this gauge to help us with our 90-degree glue up. Before I start a glue up here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the end of this off, and I can use any tool I'd like. In this situation, probably my best tool is going to be a blade. I don't need that round end on there, so I'll just make 2 or 3 relatively shallow cuts, increasing my depth just a couple times, and then I can even just pop this off on the end, do a couple more cuts, and we will have a square end. You can also use wire trimmers or any other cut to make that a nice square end. So now I have my nice square end, and let's say I need to glue it here to here, make a nice 90-degree joint for whatever reason. Now, here's how this works. Crazy Glue goes on one end, thusly. We don't need a ton, that's about enough. And then this stuff, Accelerator, goes on the other side, and then press the glue to the accelerator where you want it to be. Do not let your finger overlap, and glue yourself together. Give yourself a 5-second count, and now you have an instant bond. Now this bond is not going to come off, so make sure you want that bond. If you don't like it, throw it away. Now remember, In order to make an instant crazy glue bond, you need the glue itself and the accelerator. Glue goes on one side, accelerator goes on the other. A tiny shot of this stuff, a tiny shot. Again, so let me show you what that looks like. I'll take 2 pieces here, snap that off for now. If I needed to glue these 2 pieces together, I'm going to put my dot of glue on one end, little tiny dot, don't even know if you can see it. Then my accelerator on top of my parchment paper. That's more than enough. Push them together. 1/1000, oops, don't break it. 1/1000, 2/1000, 3/1000, 4/1000, 5/1000, 6/1000, 7/1000, 8/1000, 9/1000, 10. And you have a broken but perfectly cured bond of crazy glue. Now, crazy glue on soft wood will come apart, but it will shred the wood as it does. So could you take that joint apart? Sure. Will you likely end up destroying the end of one or both of those pieces? Also sure. Okay, so some other things that you can do to clamp up is, of course, you can use these pre-printed 90-degree clamps. If you want to make one at 45 degrees or 30 degrees or whatever, come see me. I can help you make one or print one up for you very, very quickly. These are great for holding things at precise angles. If you need to do 90, if you need to do a whole bunch of 90-degree glue ups, just use this and some elastic bands. Use that as your glue holder. You can also use the PVC trimming tool. This is a ratcheting tool, so don't try and squeeze all at once. Just squeeze a couple small times. Cut your little piece off here. It'll look like this little donut. Use the tool one more time to cut a notch. Let me see if I can show it like that. Now, once you've made that notch, if you need to hold a few things together while they're being clamped up, while they're gluing, put them in there. Oops. Put them in there, and then you can use this clamp, open it up, and now it will hold those pieces precisely in place. So you don't have to hold them, and you can continue doing your glue ups. All right, hope that helps.